you already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Well. Y'all, another one bites the good old dust. Another one bites the good old dust. Y'all, Belle Collective is coming back. It's coming back. It's definitely coming back. But, I mean... looking like we about to be back with the original crew, okay? We about to be back to the season 1 crew. If you know, you know. Season 1 was LATISHA, Marie, Tambra, Latrice, and Dr. Antoinette. And word on the curb was that it was supposed to be Selena anyway. Instead of Sogucci. I'm sorry, Sophia. Okay, Miss Sophia, if you will, if you're nasty. So, I mean, maybe this is just a full circle moment. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. We about to get into some tea real quick before we close out this new year. And I said, you know what more can the year bring? I was just thinking to myself, I ain't gonna really talk about nothing today. I said I might jump on live just to, say Happy New Year's, and all that good stuff like that. Tell you to have a good time, yada yada yada, whoop de whoop de whoop. Okay, but let's get on into it. I wanted to wait till a couple of y'all got into the room before we get into it. Now, let's get into what she had to say, okay? This is taken from her Instagram, all right? So this is directly from the source, y'all, directly from the source. I'm going to read it to you. It says, watching the reunion episode was very hard to sit through, especially now knowing where my family currently stands. I was disappointed in my actions because even though I had my reasons, it should have never been handled or addressed on this platform from the beginning. I take full accountability for allowing the entertainment of this show to ruin the integrity of my family. I have apologized publicly and privately to Selena for my part in this entire production. We are moving on and moving forward, putting our family first and focusing on our healing. All the S's, Sophia, Shantario, Selena, Sanjay, Star, and Sky are solid. And then she tags at Play Like Jay. She says, I do know that in order for my family to completely heal, someone will have to exit stage left, and I have decided that it will be me. I am pleased to say that I received my renewal letter for a new season, but the Williams will not be returning to Belle Collective. We are grateful for the opportunity and wish everyone the best. All right, so let's break a couple of things down. First things first, after Akeisha announced her departure, this is not really a surprise to me because I was like, well, who will Sogucci have in her corner? Sophia have in her corner, because y'all know they was ride or die. I mean, it was given, girl, if you ain't in the scene, I ain't in the scene. It was given, you're my ride, and I got to go when you leave. Because if Selena show up, you leaving, and you my Uber for the night. So I got to go. It's given, I'd rather be home with my kids per Akeisha, okay? So if you out the door, I'm out the door, okay? Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate that. I appreciate and love you. Thank you so much for that. So I'm kind of like, this is not that much of a surprise, right? Now, there are some things I am a little surprised by, right? And I'll tell you kind of what they are as we just walk back through this thing here, Okay. She says that even though I have my reasons, it should have never been handled or addressed on this platform from the beginning. And then she says, I take full accountability for allowing the entertainment of the show to ruin the integrity of my family. Now, I have got to kind of step in here and ask a very pertinent question, because I felt like this is just some real talk. I felt like this is what it felt like to me. And y'all could tell me if I'm wrong or not. It felt like she was like, this is my show, as Tambra stated. Why is she here on my platform? Period. And so once it became apparent that Selena was going to be on there more, because in the previous scene, they were okay early in that season, last season. Then at Latrice's event, when she's there again, it probably became apparent to her that she was going to be filming. I'm only guessing. And at that point in time, when Selena spoke, Sogucci, Sophia, aka, I'm assuming, okay, this is all an assumption, was probably like, I'm not giving her anything. I'm not going to give her nothing, because if I give her nothing, then she don't have nothing to do with me. And if that's her sole purpose, is to be here for me to give her something, I will give her nothing. But in giving her nothing, you did still give her something, right? And then in terms of the entertainment of it all, I mean, the altercation, we didn't ask for that. That does not constitute necessarily entertainment for a large majority of us. A large majority of us are not looking for a physical altercation on the Belle Collective. There are plenty of shows where we can go, and if we wanted to watch physical altercations, we can definitely watch that. Nobody told, at least from a fan perspective, we didn't say, oh, it's entertaining when we see y'all throwing hands. We didn't say that. So if the entertainment of it all, if by that she means that she felt like she needed to do something extra for the longevity of her tenure on the show, that's not necessarily what we asking for. We look for a little shade throwing, and a little, back and forth, and a little yah here, like a little yah there. And then y'all figure out a way to make up, because it, to me, seemed like the perfect opportunity for a family that could have just found their way to work together. That's, I think, what a lot of us really wanted to see, right? So for me, I'm kind of like, all right, well, girl, I didn't want that type of entertainment. I mean, but okay, that's what we at. Then she says that, I have apologized publicly and privately to Selena for my part in this entire production. We are moving on and moving forward. And, if they're all good, if she and the girls are all good, I think that's great. But here's where I have to question what is the interesting part. She says, I do know that in order for my family to completely heal, someone will have to exit stage left, and I have decided that it will be me. Now, to me, the healing, it shouldn't be, I don't know. The healing to me still feels more contingent upon JJ, because if JJ were okay with this, I feel like they would still be on this show. That's how I feel. Now, I could be wrong. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be in the wrong on this one, but I don't feel like I am. I kind of feel like if it's got to be a this or that, then somebody is giving you that ultimatum, right? Now, ultimately, I always say, if it ain't for you, if it ain't serving you, protect your peace and move on. I always felt like that. Like, if you got to get on, get on. Okay. But that little note right there let me know that, because here's the thing, there are ways that a show can amp up drama, but there's also you refusing to give them drama, right? So if the intent for you is to really work through this, and everybody really work through it, that could have been something that we could have seen. But that did not seem like the intention specifically for JJ. And I think that's where the issue will always lie. And I think that's just how it is. So at the end of the day, I do feel like, girl, listen to your man. That's who you got to sleep with every night. So that's who you got to go home to. That's who you got. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you got to, okay, do what you got to do. But I just found it, just as I went through it, I just found it very interesting. And listen, like I say, you got to do what you need to do. It's 2025. Life is too short to be doing something that you don't feel like is serving you anymore. And I guess, to be honest with you, like I said, we back to the originals. You know what I'm saying? It's back to the core people. Tambra, Marie, LATISHA, Latrice. I mean, maybe even Antoinette. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. But we know that we at least have 2 openings. Y'all remember that girl? It was another girl that I always wanted to see on here. Her name was Melanie. Y'all remember her from season 1? I always wondered what happened to her because she was like a PR person. I'm like, what happened to her? She was interesting to me. She seemed like she was fun, and she seemed like she added some comedy to the show. But I don't know. So I wish them well. I wish them the best because, you meet people in real life and you realize they're good. They're nice people, right? At the end of the day. So we wish them well. And I am quite sure that there will be somebody else waiting in the wings down to the Jackson, ready to take their spots. Okay. So blessings to them. Real quick, I just wanted to know if y'all knew this because I did not. Apparently, shout out to the Jasmine brand, our boy House of Aaron. But apparently, according to some documents obtained by In Touch, Peter Thomas was planning a TV comeback before this 18-month sentence. Did y'all know that? I did not know that. I was not aware that he was about to go into filming a reality TV show. I didn't know that. I didn't. I did not. Okay. Yeah, I always see her in the background too. So I'm like, why don't they bring her on? Anyway. Okay, so it says that Peter submitted letters from family and associates ahead of his sentencing. One of the letters was written by Mark Rowan, president of Blue Collar Productions, who revealed that the company was actively outselling a series based on Peter's life. This is what was written. The series will look at the current activities in Peter's life, including his personal relationships, the opening of bars and restaurants, along with his legal issues. Now, it says that despite these plans, he was sentenced to 18 months in prison for tax fraud, along with 2 years of probation. Was it me? Did Lil Kim do a reality TV show before she went in? Do y'all remember that? Was that just me? I mean, was that me? I mean, am I correct in that? Did Lil Kim do something similar to that before she went in? Yes, she was. I could have swore she did. Yes, it was on B. Okay. So, and listen, I think it's a bit of a different story because Lil Kim is like a musical icon. So, I mean, of course, we're gonna want to see the lead up to something like that. And I kind of I would not mind seeing something a little special up with people who are like that. Could be a TV show right there for somebody who is producing for something. I mean, where you take people who are about to enter and go in for some time, and you talk, and they talk through their whatever the crime was. I mean, and then we get to hear about it. Now, I don't know that they should get payment for that because that's technically I don't know if that's technically profiting from the crime, but I feel like maybe that those funds could go to, to the restitution, okay, or to the people that deserve it or something. I really don't know how that works. I'm just talking about the psychology of understanding one's mindset of why one would do those things in the first place. But maybe I'm just the only nosy person out there that want to know stuff like that. Okay. Look, Charlotte said it was on VH1. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yeah, so I want to see. I would, it's just I don't know what it is. I just find it fascinating. Like, because they do all these love after lockups and stuff like that. What about love before lockup? Is anybody doing that? Love before lockup? The person about to go in and you want to get married to them or something like that? Just an idea for the people. Okay. Because y'all, it was countdown to lockdown. Woo. Interesting, intriguing stuff right there. Yes, love before lockup. Find yourself a mate and then go on in. Will they wait? That's the question, right? And then maybe you film them for over a year and see, and it's got to be somebody that's getting out in a year or 18 months. Interesting. All right, so listen. With that being said, y'all know I'm crazy. With that being said, make sure, listen, y'all, stay safe out there today. Have yourself a great New Year's Eve. It is 2024. We are about to step into 2025. And let me give you some advice that I'm taking for myself. In 2025, let's not be just about making New Year's resolutions. Let's be about taking action, okay? Less announcements, more action, more doing, less talking about doing, and getting to work. How about that? Let's just do that. If you got something in your mind that you want to do not ask for nobody's approval. You don't need it. Do it. Okay? Just do it. Period. You want to do something, you want to go somewhere, you want to go travel, just do it. Don't ask nobody. Stop asking people. Stop asking the same old people to do the same old things that they ain't gonna never do. Okay? Oh, I was about to call out somebody and my family for something, but I ain't gonna do it. All I'm gonna say is this: do what you need to do for you. Okay? Do what you need to do for you and your loved ones. Okay? And your loved ones. All right? In your household. Okay? And with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. And listen, the next time we talk, it'll be 2025, baby. So y'all stay safe out there tonight. And I will see you in the new year. Love y'all. Now that you've watched today's video, let's get into this group trip to Cape Town, South Africa. Yes, y'all, Sky Squad, we are hitting South Africa and we are hitting it hard. April 10th through the 17th of 2025. You can click the link in the description of this video to get more information and to reserve your spot. Now, we're going to keep this intimate because we have a lot to do. We are going to be looking at real estate. We're going to be learning about retirement and permanent visas, dual citizenship, buying and purchasing land. We are going to be looking at it all because we want options in South Africa, baby. And listen, Cape Town is one of my favorite cities. So of course, we're going to be doing some of my favorite things. We are going to be hitting the wineries. We are going on a safari. We're going to Table Mountain. We're going to some of my favorite restaurants. And let me tell you, one of them is Gold Star, baby. If you know, you know. We're going to be meeting with some expats who have relocated from the United States to Cape Town as well. This is going to be a luxury experience, okay? So we're talking doing the absolute most. So if you've ever wanted to go to Cape Town, South Africa, but maybe you didn't have the group to go with, maybe you just didn't have the right people that wanted to go and experience it with you, this is an opportunity for you to come with us. Now,
I only have about 10 to 12 spots available. Yes, because again, I'm trying to keep this thing intimate, and I know that what type of experience I want it to be. So get in while you can, y'all. Trust me, in 2025, we are going to be needing all the options that we can get. And I am going to do my utmost to bring us the most that we can possibly get in and out of the country. So come with me to South Africa. The group trip is going to be lit April 10th through the 17th. Go ahead and click the link in this description of this video so that you can reserve your spot today. Cape Town, South Africa awaits.